So, supervisor is responsible for much more than simply giving instructions. In my opinion, communication must move in several directions. Supervisors communicate downward to employees, upwards to management, and sometimes laterally to coworkers and project stakeholders. In construction safety, that could include craft employees, foremen, superintendents, project managers, subcontractors, and even the general contractor. Effective supervisors make expectations clear, listen to feedback, and make sure the message remains consistent. When instructions are unclear or change, depending on who delivers them, employees can lose trust and the risk of mistakes increase. Successful supervision depends heavily on trust. Employees need to believe that their supervisor will communicate honestly, apply expectations consistently, and follow through on commitments. A successful supervisor also recognizes that not every employee receives information the same way. Experience, language, culture, personality, and the situation can all affect how the message is understood. Active listening is therefore just as important as speaking. In safety leadership, I find that employees respond better when they understand not only what is expected, but why it matters and how it affects them and the team. It's very important for me as a supervisor to find out the why for my team. Teams normally move through forming, storming, norming, performing, and eventually adjourning phases. During the forming phase, people are learning the team and their responsibilities. Storming occurs when differences in personalities, expectations, or even methods create conflict. During norming, the team begins to accept roles and develop stronger communication styles. Performing is the stage where trust is high and the team can solve problems efficiently with less direct oversight. Adjourning occurs when the project or team's purpose ends. Importantly, personnel changes or new circumstances can cause a team to move backwards into an earlier stage where they have to redo that stage before moving forward because of those changes. The supervisor's leadership role should change as the team develops. During forming, employees need more structure and clear expectations. During the storming stage, the leader should encourage open communication and help resolve disagreements instead of allowing conflict to become personal. During the norming stage, the leader reinforces standards and collaboration. Once the team reaches performing, the supervisor can delegate more responsibility, coach employees, and challenge them with new goals. During adjourning, the leader must keep the team focused while also helping employees prepare for the next assignment or opportunity. Two of the strongest activities a supervisor can use are coaching and mentoring. Coaching focuses on performance. The supervisor communicates the objective, observes performance, provides feedback, establishes new goals, and follows up. Mentoring is more focused on the individual's long-term professional development. In construction, these activities can be reinforced through pre-task meetings, safety meetings, field observations, and assigning employees responsibilities that stretch their abilities. Recognition is also important. Good performance should be acknowledged, while corrective feedback should generally be handled privately and respectively. Effective communication directly affects safety, productivity, and morale. In construction, a misunderstood instruction can create more than an inconvenience. It can expose someone to a serious hazard. Clear communication helps employees understand expectations and allows different trades and departments to coordinate their work. It also builds trust because employees know where they stand and where leadership expects. Communication should be two-way. Employees must feel comfortable asking questions or raising concerns before a small misunderstanding becomes a larger operational or safety problem. Construction has several communication strengths. Supervisors and safety professionals are usually in the field with employees, which creates opportunities for face-to-face communications. Daily pre-task plans and safety meetings create regular points for discussing hazards and expectations. When conditions change, communications can happen immediately. Field presence also lets a supervisor observe nonverbal feedback. An employee may verbally say they understand while their expression or actions show confusion. Being present allows the supervisor to recognize that feedback and clarify the message before work continues. Construction also creates significant communication barriers. Information may pass from the general contractor to project management, then to supervision, safety personnel, and finally the employees. Each transfer creates an opportunity for the message to change. Physical job site noise can make verbal communications difficult. Language differences and technical terminology can also affect understanding. Written messages such as emails and texts remove tone and body language, which can lead to misinterpretation. Supervisors also have to recognize personal assumptions and biases, because what seems obvious to an experienced leader may not be as obvious to a new employee or somebody not as seasoned. Chapter 3's material identifies 5 essential elements of communications: sender, receiver, message, feedback, and noise. This model is especially useful in construction. The sender must know exactly what they are trying to communicate. The message should be simple enough to understand without long, necessary details. The supervisor should consider the receiver's experience and perspective. Feedback confirms whether the message was actually understood. Finally, the supervisor should identify and remove any and all noise. Noise can be literal equipment noise, but can also be language differences, confusion, terminology, distractions, cultural differences, or even just a poor communication process. Communication can be improved by making it deliberate rather than assuming information was understood. Closed-loop communication is one practical method. Deliver the message, have the receiver confirm their understanding, and verify through actions when appropriate. Critical safety expectations should also be standardized, so employees do not receive conflicting instructions. Leaders should encourage questions and choose the communication method based on the situation. Complex or sensitive issues are usually better handled face-to-face than through text or email. Finally, coaching, mentoring, and lessons learned help both supervisors and employees continuously improve their communication skills. Professional communication is one of the most important responsibilities of a supervisor. Leaders have to adjust their approach as teams move through different stages of development and personnel or condition changes. Trust, active listening, feedback, coaching, and mentoring all contribute to a stronger team. In construction, safety, communication has a direct connection to both employees' well-being and operational success. Supervisors who actively identify barriers, verify understanding, and develop their people are better positioned to create teams that are safe, productive, accountable, and capable of developing future leaders.